out without a reason, running faster than the days. Everything felt temporary, but we thought it always stayed. Nights were longer than the future. Sleep was something we could lose. We burned time like it was nothing, never counting what we use. No clocks watching over us, no waiting what we said. We didn't know it mattered till the moments flipped. We didn't know how fast it went, how every now was time we spent. We didn't know back then that you doesn't happen again. How fast it went, how every now was time we spent. We didn't know back then that you doesn't happen again. We believed in unfinished plans and roads without an end, calling chaos freedom, calling strangers friends. No regrets, no defense, just a blur of innocence. Now the nights feel more familiar, and the days don't wait for us. We don't chase what we were, we just carry it along.
A low hum settles in before the lights decide to dim. Nothing broken, nothing clear, just a moment pulling near. Edges soften, lines give way when the rhythm starts to lean. Every sound becomes a thought, every thought turns incomplete. We don't follow, we don't fight. What is rising in the room? Let it take the way we carry, let it bloom. Cut the noise, strip it bare, feel the low everywhere. Cut the noise, let it stay. All we need is the sway, is the sway. Air collapses into tone as the kick returns again. All the time we try to hold slips between the pulse and skin. No signal, no sign, only now. silence comes back slow, like a shadow leaving sound. We don't ask where it all went, we just let it settle down. Strip it back.
Didn't start with words, just a pause between two breaths. Something leaning closer, without asking what comes next. Your shadow crossed my silence, like a sound I couldn't hear. Every wall I built in daylight fell apart when you were near. No promises, no line, just the way you stayed in the space I never showed till you looked my way. When the night forgets our faces and the morning feels too bright, I'll still hear you in the low end every time the room goes quiet. Life doesn't speak in headlines, it moves in minor tones. Between the things we plan and the places we call home. Some days feel unfinished, like a sentence left too long. We carry them in silence, still waking up, still moving on. No map for where we're going, no pause button in the sound. We learn to breathe inside it, let the moment break us down. This is life, low and slow, not a race. subtle way. We don't always understand it, but we dance with it anyway. Not fixed, not strong, just here, moving on. When the night gets heavy and the answers don't arrive, we don't need to win tomorrow, just staying alive. Nothing calls my name tonight. The air feels clean and white. I sit with all the things I am and let the noise pass by. No footsteps in the hallway, no screen light in my face, just the hum of distant streets keeping me in place. I don't need to be elsewhere, I don't need a sign. This quiet holds me steady like a thin straight line. I stay, I breathe, I let the moment be. No rush, no sound, just calm around me. The clock moves without pressure. Time forgets to chase. Every thought arrives and leaves at its own pace. Nothing missing, nothing wrong. This stillness is where I belong. When the night slowly dissolves into a softer blue, I don't leave the silence behind, I move with it. Some feelings never knock, they just arrive and stay, like a sound without a source that won't fade away. Your name lives in the pauses between the beats I hear. Every
tracing places we once stood. I don't hold on to the past, but it holds me when it could. Not a cry, not a call, just a wait. I recall when the night begins to thin and the room feels less like you. I let the silence stay a while. It's the closest I get to you.
The night exhales in intervals. A quiet tension fills the room. Nothing asking to be named. Nothing rushing to be soon. Shadows lean against the wall as the rhythm finds its pace. Every thought begins to slow, losing detail, losing place. No gravity, no disguise, just a pattern in the sound. We are here, but slightly gone, hovering above the ground. Hold the space, let it run. explain, don't react. Stay between every gap. When the pulse begins to fade and the dark starts feeling bright, we don't leave, we just dissolve into what was moving us. The night feels soft tonight, not heavy, not too wide, just enough space to breathe, just enough time to hide. I walk without a hurry, no one waiting at the door. Silence doesn't scare me now, it's something I've known before. No questions chasing after me, no answers left to find. I let the moment settle in the back of my mind. I'm alone, but I'm fine in this calm state of mind. I'm alone, here and now, nothing missing, nothing loud. Lights drift past like memories that don't ask to stay. I don't hold them, I don't run, I let them fade away. No need to explain. This quiet feels the same when the morning starts to rise and the world begins again. I'll carry the stillness like a friend. Nothing here is asking, nothing left behind. I sit between the seconds as they pass without a sound. No one pulling at my future, no echo from the ground. I stopped trying to belong to every open door. Some spaces aren't fulfilling, they're meant for more. Let it drift, let it stay. No direction, no delay. Let it drift out of sight. I am here in this night. The air carries no memory, just a steady tone. I don't feel alone tonight. I feel unknown. No answer, no need, only rhythm, only breathe. When the dark loosens its hold and the morning learns to rise, I don't carry questions forward, only quiet inside. The sound arrives before the feeling, a soft collapse of space and time. Nothing sharp, nothing sudden, just a pressure in the spine. Conversations lose their shape as the low end draws a line. Every step becomes a loop, every second misaligned. No need for a reason now, no more edges to defend. We are moving without motion, drifting somewhere underneath. Faded out, faded slow. Let the wave pull us slow. Faded out of view. All we know is the groove. The room expands then disappears when the bass begins to breathe. All the noise we carried in finally learns how to leave. Stay inside the frequency.